I'm gonna give this like a minute. I don't really expect too much people to like tap in. But basically, I'm gonna give it a minute at least before I start talking. What's been on my mind and why I haven't really posted any videos of lately, because I seen somebody, I think it was CJ, asking me in the comment section today, saying what's up with me, you know what I mean? But I wanted to go live and let you guys know what's going on. So I'm gonna give it at least one more minute, and then I'm gonna tap in. See, we got 8 people. Oh, what's up, bro? Shit, I was just talking about you. I'm good, bro. Hey, thanks for your concern, man. I seen you coming today too. Yeah, but basically, as the title of the video says, thank you, VL Trucking. You know what I mean? Just looking back at the whole journey um, of how far I've came. You know what I mean? Ever since before I even started trucking, from trucking school to Trans Am to then to VL. You know what I mean? And just looking back at the whole experience, even though there was there's a few bad times that I've had with the company. I can't lie, like it's a good company all around. Like if you want to make money, that's the main point about VL, if you ask me, bro. You know what I mean? Definitely the money part of it. But like I said in one of my videos, like not because of the money, I can't just just keep doing it and messing up my whole thing. So there's been a lot that went down since I did that video about the inspection, and then after the inspection, me saying I was going to quit VL and all that stuff. I actually just quit VL. Today is Monday. Right now it's Monday night. I'm back home. I just quit VL on Friday. Basically turned the truck in on Friday. And this was what happened when I turned the truck in. I ended up running for a few more weeks. You know what I mean? And after I got to the terminal, what is his name? The operations manager there asked me for a favor. You know what I mean? After I went over what I was going to do, they asked me why I'm quitting, what I got next, what am I up to, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I basically told them what I was up to and why I was quitting, and they were like, okay, we respect that and all that. You know what I mean? So they asked me for a favor after I told them I was going to quit, and the favor was basically they had a truck down in North Carolina, you know what I mean, and they wanted me to go get the truck and bring it back to Illinois because they had a driver that was going to come in to come get that truck. So basically they got me a flight down to North Carolina, and I drove the truck back and dropped the truck off at Illinois, you know what I mean. I already booked a flight, and my flight was actually connecting in Charlotte, you know what I mean. So they ended up reimbursing me for that ticket, and I don't buy plane tickets because I fly for free, basically, you know what I mean. So that money went back into my pocket, and then he also said like if they find me a load, then they'll just pay me for the load. So they ended up paying me for that after I ended up quitting. But back to the main point, like I was saying, I'm thankful for the opportunity of working at Vail, you know what I mean? It's been a lot of ups and downs along the journey, bro. And I decided to take a break from this whole YouTube thing, like to get myself back together, you know what I mean? Figure out what my next move is. And there's been a lot that's been going on, bro. Like there's just been so much. I don't even know where to start. But basically, like I said, I left VL. I have some plans. I'm moving on to a different company. You know what I mean? And I actually I got a truck for myself. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you guys the truck. I have the videos and everything. Um, as far as the company that I'm going to, I'm not going to really say that as yet. But I have so much backlog of videos, of videos that I've done that I haven't really posted. Because like I said, I decided that I wanted to take a break from this whole YouTube thing. You know what I mean, bro? And it's crazy because like I'm just learning, you know what I mean? I'm only 1 year and change in the game, you know what I mean? And I've been I watch some videos and some of them like, you know, I just don't pay any attention to. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of people hit my line, bro. A lot of people been hitting my line. A lot of people emailed me. A lot of people text me. A lot of people call me and tell me, you know, who's talking this and who's talking that. And I ain't gonna lie, it's just some of it is just hypocritical, you know what I mean? Because people flex like they're with you, and then, you know, all of a sudden some shit go down. They act like, oh, you're the worst, or you saying this about the company, or you saying this. But I ain't really finna pay attention to that, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get discouraged on my journey. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm just not gonna pay attention to the negativity, you know what I mean? But just know that I see it all, you know what I mean? And I hear it all also. And a lot of these drivers, bro, I was watching this other video the other day, and this dude was like saying, oh, you got drivers at VL, they can't even keep their truck straight. They're getting written up by DOT and all that stuff. Like, you know, some of them, they're so perfect. You know what I mean? When I grow up, I want to be some of you guys. You know what I mean? Because it's like they've never failed a DOT inspection before, or they've never had, you know, had a mishap. That's why it's called mistakes. You know, mistakes happen. You know what I mean? Um, but basically, I'm just not going to pay attention to the negativity, you know what I mean? Like I said, I did went ahead and purchased a truck, you know what I mean? I'm going to do a video. I have so many videos that I want to post. Um, but I'm going to show you guys the truck. I'm going to tell you guys about the company that I'm going to. I'm going to share some plans with you guys, what I have in mind, of some stuff to do, you know what I mean? Um, there's in my last video I did say there's something that I wanted to do, talk about, you know what I mean? There's something that I wanted to talk about with VL that you should be mindful of before you go there, you know what I mean? And well, not even before you go there, because you can go to VL, but it's just on the leasing side, and why I decided to like not lease on to VL and all that stuff, you know what I mean? I was leasing with them, meaning that I was doing their, you know, their lease purchase program. But before I even get into that, I wanted to say, I wanted to even tell you guys how I even ended up breaking the lease without paying the $5,000 too. You know what I mean? And it's a funny story. Like, you know, like I did a video quite some time back, and I was saying, you know, sometimes you get some disappointments in life, and you know, it turns out to be you get disappointed yourself, and you feel like stuff didn't go your way, but you know, God has a bigger plan for you, you know what I mean? And that's basically what happened when I was in the process of trying to get my truck. I went down to Miami, to a truck dealership. I went to a bunch of truck dealerships, and as I came out of this last one down in Miami, I met this dude who was driving for one of the mega carriers. So he started asking me about VL, because I actually had VL truck at the time. I was picking up a load down there, and yeah, I'm going through the comments in a minute, bro. But basically, I was down there and I met this dude. um, he was looking for a truck also. So he started asking me about VL, and I started telling him about VL, that I was leasing there and why I was leaving and all that stuff. And he asked me what the numbers were like, and I briefly shared some stuff with him, and he's like, man, I wish I would be making, you know, that kind of money and all that. So I'm like, go ahead and put an application in if you're fine with the situation of what I'm telling you about, and you know what I mean? So long story short, he went ahead, he put the application in, and he said he wanted to go leasing. He didn't want to go on the company side, you know what I mean? He said he wanted to go leasing, but when he did the application, they told him that there's a wait for the leasing, because I guess like a lot of people want to come here and lease, still want to lease, you know what I mean? So basically, they called me up and they said to me, hey, yeah, this guy tried to use you as a referral and all that, but we can't sign him on right now because there's a wait for the lease and all that. So, the guy was disappointed. He called me back and he said, like 2 days later, he called me back and said, yo, what do you think about like if I take over your lease? You know what I mean? I was like, that's not a bad idea, but I don't know how they're gonna feel about it. So, called them up, we spoke to them. They said, no, it's not going to work that way. The only thing that can be done is basically me hiring him as a driver for me, you know what I mean? Now, personally, I didn't want the liability, at least not right now, to be hiring somebody on the veil with the whole lease. It's just, this whole thing is just too unpredictable, you know what I mean? And for what I'm doing right now, I don't feel like I'll be setting myself up for success leasing a truck from VL and hiring a driver to drive a truck, you know what I mean? So I told him no. I spoke to the management about it because the guy kept calling me over and over and over the period of time that I was still at VL, you know what I mean? So I spoke to the management about it. They spoke to the higher heads of VL, and after a few weeks they called me back and told me they're gonna make a one-time exception and they're gonna give me a blight to not pay the $5,000 and have him just take over the payments on the truck. So I ended up breaking the lease without paying the $5,000, which was good. It saved me 5 grand back in my pocket. And he's now working at VL, you know what I mean? He's taking on a new journey, you know what I mean? So I wanted to tap in and let you guys know what was going on. You know what I mean? Let me see what's up. Wesley, what's up, bro? I'm just here chilling, man. I'm on my home time right now before I get back out there. CJ, good for you. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, bro. Arizona flatbed, bro. I'm just chilling, man. Let me see. You work for... No, I ain't worked for Western Express before. I don't know why. That's a funny question because Western Express been calling my phone. I don't even know where they get my number from, bro. But they've been calling my phone saying if I'm still interested in a CDL job. Let me see this. That's great, man. Yeah, you had gotten a bad rap on with them. And the inspection, it's a shame happened that way. I still got your number, bro. I'll text you. Yeah, for sure, man. CJ, I remember we spoke, yeah? Just hit me up, man. Trucking with what's up, bro? Yeah, man. Call me Cooley. Yeah, bro, for sure, for sure. And I seen your comments too, bro. Hey, Cooley, I got some stuff I gotta hit you on too, bro. You know what I mean? Cause I'm going through the whole transition process, but like, it's still a journey, bro. And it's been a lot of ups and downs along the way, bro. But I'm not giving up. You know what I mean? I ain't finna lie, dog. Like, it's been there's been times where I feel like this whole even YouTube bro, cause I ain't going, I seen the backlash, dog. I seen a lot of different YouTubers talking shit, but people got mouths, so they ain't gonna talk, you know what I mean? So I ain't finna pay attention. And I seen all the hypocrites too, bro. Like I said, a lot of people hit my line telling me who sneak this in, who's throwing me under the bus, and who's this. But I just chose not to like pay attention to that stuff, you know what I mean? Um, but other than that, bro, we got some things in the pipeline that I don't really want to speak on right now. Um, I can't really speak on right now because, you know what I mean, certain things aren't really final. But the next few videos that I drop, you guys gonna basically see what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? That's why I just decided to like take a break, you know what I mean, from this whole thing. Actually, tomorrow's gonna be my 28th birthday, you know what I mean? And it's a whole different ball game. I'm thinking on a whole different level, like, you know what I mean? I learned from my mistakes, bro, and I made a few mistakes at VL, you know what I mean? Despite their bad CSA score, their bad DOT numbers, some of it was on me, some of it could have been prevented, you know what I mean? And I take full responsibility. That's a part of like moving forward, you know what I mean? I have to accept my flaws, I have to accept my mistakes and where I fell short. You know what I mean? I'm gonna learn from them moving forward, especially doing my own thing, you know what I mean? Um, somebody even failed a drug test using me as a referral, failed a drug test. It wasn't one of my homeboys too. And that's a funny story. He failed a drug test while he was coming to VL to Lease on. And then again, I'm gonna show you guys why I say, yo, God is real, bro. And sometimes some disappointments are like for a better in the future, you know what I mean? Because he was coming to VL He failed the drug test, he did the application, everything, and everything was smooth. When they actually let him come to this plains and then tell him that, he failed the drug test. Um, and he had to go through the whole clearinghouse and all that stuff. So, you know what I mean? But he's back up on his feet right now and he's doing his little thing, you know what I mean? It's just unfortunate that stuff happened for him that way, you know what I mean? But basically, what I was saying about the bigger plan that God has for you, he would have started maybe like 3 weeks in. I got a call after he failed the drug test like the first week, and then 3 weeks, about 2 weeks later, I got a call from him. He was going to do team driving, right? And it turns out the guy that he was supposed to do team driving with, the guy went leasing with VL, and the guy got in a really bad accident. 2 weeks later after leasing, you know what I mean? Maybe if he had went team driving, maybe that accident would have been on him. The guy hit a patch of black ice and almost went over a bridge. You know what I mean? And the truck was damaged so bad that they had to tow the truck. You see what I mean? All that stuff is basically on him. So as I'm telling you, bro, sometimes some disappointments are for better. You're not even supposed to question certain things. You know what I mean? And for you guys out there right now, bro, like I'm in Florida. You know what I mean? It's like 59 or 60. It's nice little cool weather, but ain't nothing crazy going on out here. But I seen all the northern states, bro, like up in Maine, New Jersey, New York, Delaware. I seen all them snows, bro. You know what I mean? And as I just traveling, and I know what it is like being out there driving in the snow and all that, bro. So if any of you guys are out there, bro, just be careful. You know what I mean? Just be careful. I only leased once with Star Transportation out of Miami company. I might know it didn't work for me, but it was a walkaway, so I went straight back to company. Yeah, that's good, bro. It's all a learning experience, man. We all make mistakes, you know what I mean? Well, that's great, bro. Walterius. Yeah, you the most blood clot laggy. Yeah, go on. I'm at the back of the crib, that's why I'm in the dark. Um, well, that's good, bro. God is taking care of you. I'm glad you are keeping your spirits up, and God has a plan for you, man. Yeah, bro, shout out, man. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. If you guys got any questions that you guys wanna ask, bro, you just drop them, because I ain't finna stay on here that long. I just feel like, I decided that I would take at least a month, you know what I mean, away from this whole YouTube thing. And it's been a little while since I posted a video, you know what I mean, and now I can go live too, you know what I mean. Oh, speaking of now I can go live, bro, I just wanna, there's 20 people inside here right now, you know what I mean, and I'm assuming you guys are subscribers. Thank you guys very much for subscribing to the channel too, you know what I mean. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I know who's been rocking from day one and who's new to the channel, you know what I mean. I couldn't get, to this point without all of my subscribers, so I just want to take time out to say thank you guys very much for subscribing to the channel, you know what I mean. What was your highest net at VL? Net? The highest net I had at VL, bro, was shit. I have the video up. The video is on my channel. It was like 8,000 and change. That was after all their deductions, and of course, it's 1099, so I gotta pay my taxes. But that was the highest net. The gross was, I think the gross was like 12,600, and then after they took their fuel and the payments and all that stuff, I ended up with like, I think it was 8,300. I don't remember, but it was over 8 grand for the basic for the week. You know what I mean? So you're going to lease again, or Nah, bro. Like I was saying earlier in the video, I'm gonna lease onto a company. I bought a truck. You know what I mean? I bought a Freightliner Cascadia, 2015. I believe it. Yeah, that's 568 on the dash. You know what I mean? I got mine through Ryder Used Truck Sales. It just came off lease. You know what I mean? The truck is actually in Texas right now. I haven't picked it up as yet, but I went over there a few times, going back and forth, back and forth. But the truck I haven't picked it up as yet. Yeah, Pastor, what's up, man? I'm chilling. Yeah, but the truck is over there in Texas. I ain't really finna start moving until realistically I'd say maybe like next week, Monday. That's what I'm thinking, you know what I mean? So I just came back to the crib Sunday. Today, yeah, no, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. I went for the truck Friday, got back to Illinois by Saturday, flew from Chicago Saturday back in West Palm, you know what I mean? And I'm back at the crib right now. So realistically, I'm not going to get out there with the truck until like Monday, when Monday week or all that, you know what I mean? Um, right now, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to tell you guys about the company, but just not in the live right now, you know? It's not going to be VL though. You know what I mean? VL is a decent company if you want to make money. I can't knock them for that, bro. You can make money at VL. That's and like for anybody, let me say this too, bro. Like for anybody going to VL right now, or if you're there, if you just started, like everybody's situation is different. But if I could do it all over again, I probably still would do the lease. And I ain't finna lie, I should probably just touch on this topic too. But for anybody going there, bro, just have a plan. You know what I mean? Just have a plan. Go in there with a plan. You know what I mean? Stock some bread up. Whether you gonna do it for 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, however long it is. Just go in there with a plan. Go in there and get comfortable like it's a lifelong thing, or that's where you're finna retire or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Go in there with a plan, execute your plan. I had a plan when I went there, you know what I mean? But I ain't finna lie, after I started leasing and I started making a certain amount of money, I didn't get comfortable. Like I just started doing stuff that I've always wanted to do, you know what I mean? And I looking back, I can see where I got distracted. You know what I mean? I can see where I got distracted. There's been times where I make, good amount of money. I wouldn't have blow it all, but I spend a good portion of it doing stuff that I've always wanted to do. And everything that I spent my money on, I can see where I spent it. You know what I mean? Or I can see, um, I'm late. I'm going to catch the replay. But was leaving? How was it leaving via? Um, I'm gonna touch back on that real quick, bro, and let you know. But basically, I was saying that I got distracted along the journey. You know what I mean? And with making the kind of money, especially if you've not made that kind of money before, if you've never been in a in an independent contractor position where you're making thousands of dollars a week, then you can easily get distracted, bro. I'm telling you, because I'm telling you from experience. You know what I mean? I didn't blow my money on like stupid shit or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? I made some wise choices, and some of it looking back, like I could have made better choices. But like I said, bro, life is a journey, and I'm learning from my mistakes. You know what I mean? I made mistakes. I can't lie. I made mistakes. You know what I mean? But moving forward, I'm definitely gonna take a different approach to certain things. You feel me? Um, Everybody's coming. So how was leaving via was okay, bro. I was basically saying I ended up breaking the lease without paying the $5,000. And a disclaimer. Let me even say this, bro. I'm not saying this gonna work for anybody else. I'm not telling anybody to go to VL and lease, and then when you want to leave, you don't want to pay the 5,000, so you're gonna try to find somebody, or because I wasn't even looking for somebody to pay the $5,000. Is what I mean. It so happened when I came out the truck dealership, I met the dude, and he asked me about the company. I told him. He signed the application, did the application. They told him they had to wait for the lease, so he had to wait. Then he was actually the one who came up with the idea of taking over my lease, and they were telling him that he had to uh, he had to work for me as a driver. You know what I mean? And I told him like, nah, like I didn't want the liability of another driver, at least not right now. I have to set myself up, like, you know what I mean? Um, and he was much disappointed. So he kept calling me over the time I was still at VL, and I called the upper management and I spoke with them about it, and they took about a week and a half before they actually got back to me, and they told me okay, they're for this one time they're gonna make an exception and let him take over the payments on the truck. So he's basically picking up where I left off. You know what I mean? I believe the lease is for 48 months, and I lease for about maybe 5 months. You know what I mean? So what, you got like 43 months left on the lease. You know what I mean? So all the payments, all the liability, everything pertaining to the truck, it's on him right now. You know what I mean? No, Caesar said Trans Am. No, not Trans Am, bro. VL Trucking, the last company I was basically working for. You know what I mean? JB Hunt. Uh, Damn, it has much stuff. Hard to understand when they give you that paperwork. Yeah, bro. There's an app that I used to use. I forgot what it's called because I can't navigate from the screen. It tells you what kind of placards you want, if you should have placards and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And usually the shippers they give you the placards too. You know what I mean? Um, nah, I was doing straight OTR, Mr. Michael, but I was doing straight OTR, bro. No regional or, you know what I mean? I used to run for like 3 weeks or so and then come back home because I live out of Florida. You know what I mean? I like JB Hunt and Frozen Food Express. I tried for JB Hunt earlier when I had just started driving, bro. But down in West Palm, they don't have any they never had any positions open for JB Hunt. But I think JB Hunt's school, you never really heard like a lot of people complaining about JB Hunt, you know. Yeah, hazmat, bro. Hazmat, in my opinion, it's not hard, bro. You just gotta you gotta pay more attention, you know what I mean? It's like doing reefer too, you know what I mean? You gotta pay attention to the reefer while you're driving. Whether you got that little light on the left side that shows you if it's green or if it's white or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? Um, you just gotta pay attention to it because your placards, you gotta pay attention to your placards. Sometimes you're driving and your placards they fall off or whatever the case is. You gotta make sure because if the DOT catches you and the vehicle is not placarded properly or you don't have the right placards, it can be like serious fines, you know what I mean? Um, but it just requires a little bit more attention and you gotta secure all your loads, you know what I mean? I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe if the freight gets damaged, um during transit while you have the product, I believe like they can charge you for that shit. Like the company can like charge you for the damaged products and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But don't quote me on it, it's not something that I'm sure of, but I think that's the way it works. So it requires a little bit more attention. It's not just going around there and closing doors and just keep moving, you know what I mean? And they're very particular about seals with hazmat products, you know what I mean? You gotta make sure you seal that trailer and make sure that the shipper or the receiver breaks it, you know what I mean? uh yeah, bro. Florida G, yeah, respect, bro. Man, everything just works out, you know what I mean? It just works out in such a way, bro. Like just looking back, bro. Hey, let me tell you too, bro. See that girl, Skim D, bro, or Debbie Deb? Yo, she a real one, G. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She a real one. She's such an inspiration to me. She don't even know that. I'm telling you, bro. You know what I mean? But shout out to Skip G. So shout out to all the drivers, bro. Whether it be VL driver, whether it be owner operator, small company, mega carrier. Nah, bro. I still in West Palm, still in South Florida. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody, bro. But I just, like I said, I just wanted to like tap in and like share a few views, you know what I mean, on the whole situation of what's been going on. And before I go, I might as well tap in on this too. The reason why I said for leasing with VLY, you know, you got to be mindful. There's just been a few times where um I just felt like the rates were a little bit better, you know what I mean? You can't really see the you don't see the load board for yourself. You go off what they tell you. If you're not comfortable with it, then you can just basically tell them like, hey, can you ask for more or can you find me something? But the fact that I wasn't able to see the load board for myself, there's been times where, you know, I feel like I wanted to see it for myself, you know what I mean? Let me just put it that way. um I was I had after a while, after running and seeing how things were, I basically set a target for myself, you know what I mean? As long as I could, I tell myself as long as I could make like 45 to 55 a week, like I was good, you know what I mean? I was good with, you know what I mean? Because I knew it wasn't, for me, it wasn't a long-term thing, bro. You know what I mean? my initial plan was to run from where I was running until like April, when the time gets like a little bit warmer and the rates kind of started going back up. That's when I intended to buy my truck. You know what I mean? But it's kind of unfortunate it didn't work that way. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta have plan A, plan B, and plan C. If you ask me, A, B, and C. You know what I mean? So I kind of had to just make a move to plan B real quick. You know what I mean? But that was the initial plan. I was supposed to go get my truck in April. You know what I mean? Um, when I was getting my truck right now, I wasn't actually quite ready to make the whole move as yet. But it's like I didn't want to go back to like the company driver level. You know what I mean? I didn't want to go back to doing that right now. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna make the move. It's a little bit earlier than I expected, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make the move. Yeah, West the breast up, bro. I appreciate that. Do you have to have hazmat? Do you have to get your hazmat? Yeah, bro. Most of VL's freight is like hazmat, you know what I mean? So even if you don't have the tanker, they will sign you on without the tanker endorsement, but you gonna need that hazmat, bro. Because most of their loads, or at least a decent paying loads, you're gonna need both the tanker and hazmat, you know what I mean? Um, there's a time where my dispatcher had gotten me a load. I don't even know what was going on then, because she had dispatched me on loads that were hazmat and tanker before, and then she took me off a load saying they need a driver with hazmat and tanker. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? You've dispatched me on loads that are hazmat and tanker. Look how many hazmat and tanker loads that I've ran. But it was just some miscommunication, and she put me back on the load. So you're gonna need the hazmat, and it's better if you have the hazmat and tanker. But if you don't have the hazmat, I don't think they will hire you. You know what I mean? Let me see what else we got. Dang, bro, it's snowing here. I need to move. Walterius. I can see your messages. Um, you're still an inspiration. What do you mean? Damn, bro, it's snowing. I need to move to Florida myself. LOL. Thanks for coming on. It's really good hearing from you. I'll give you a shout tomorrow. Have a good night. Yeah, bro. Bless up for sure, man. I'll be here. Just hit my line. Those of you guys don't got my email. My email is hakimespeut@yahoo.com. You know what I mean? Just hit me in the email, bro. And I'll send you guys my number if you wanna talk with me directly. You know what I mean? I just can't say it over the internet like this. You know what I mean? I'm on where you live in Florida. I live in Miami. Shit, I'm up in West Palm, bro. Hit the email, man. We link up, yeah, man. Here in Miami, it's cold tonight. We'll be in the 40s. Man, you better stop playing talking about that 40s cold. If you've been out there in these streets, like up in Iowa, bro, you know that goes all the way down to like 8 degrees. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is cold weather for Florida right now. In West Palm, it's probably like 59 or 55. You know what I mean? But by the way, bro, I'm going up to the 35-minute mark soon. So, like I said, I just wanted to tap in. Thank you guys very much. It's my first live feed. I'll do some more live feed because I can get a lot of information knocked out instead of doing like multiple videos. But I have a video with a truck that I'm going to be posting. I have a whole backlog of videos. So if you see me still posting videos about VL trucking like I'm still there, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm still there. I just had these videos that I did over the time that I was still there and I haven't really posted. So you know what I mean, look out for those videos. Thank you guys very much again for watching. Thank you guys very much for tapping in. You guys be safe out there, and one thing I'm asking you guys to do is just tap the like button, share the video, share it with somebody, tell somebody. You know what I mean? If you have any questions or concern, hit the email. It's hakimespeut@yahoo.com. You know what I mean? Let me read this one more comment before I go. Yeah, bros. Yeah, man. You guys, everybody stay up too, man, and bless up again, and thank you guys very much again for watching. I'll see you guys in the near future. Later.